Okay, so in this video we're having a little bit of a break from the how I did it to put time scales onto the whole thing. Now, like I said before, Digga's my pet dog that I just go out mooching with for bunnies, and I've never really taken his healing seriously. I just do it, just for the fuck of it really with him. So if we go back to part 2, which was the one where I'm first originally teaching him to turn with the lure, that was in the 14th of November 2016. And then if you look then, there was a massive gap to part 3, okay, which was actually Digga's 4th formal healing session, because I'll do that a lot when I'm training my dogs, particularly with Digga and Hector. I'll just leave fucking massive gaps in training, like I did with Sally with the retrieve, for no other reason other than I get bored of doing stuff and just fuck it off, especially with the pet dogs that don't need it particularly doing. So I left a massive gap there, and then probably I'll have done, I've been bored and I've done it again once or twice, to part 3, which was a year later pretty much. Then between these two, part 3 and part 4, I did quite a lot of, but not excessive amounts of, walking round in the field like I did with Hector and Rosie, just giving him treats when he's in the right place. And I did a bit in this room as well for the straight line healing, not so much for the turns. So then when we get to part 4, which was in January of this year, I can't actually remember why I decided to start properly training Digga healing, but I think it was because I'd seen something in him, and I thought to myself, it's mostly his confidence, to be honest with you, and he's got one hell of a fucking bite now. Good boy. He's only 10 weeks old in that video, mind. That I might want to trial him in Global Ring, which is a fairly new MBVK ring sport that you can use any dog. It doesn't need to be a pedigree dog, it can be a mutt, which Digga is essentially. He's made up of English Bull Terrier, Greyhound and Collie. Now then, as you can see, like I'm babbling a bit, there's massive gaps between these videos, but not much training went on in between. Now, by the one in January, I started to get my head around, I'm going to train him seriously in healing, and then I trained him to ring heel, which are videos that are going to come up after this one. Now, why have I decided now to train him a nice pretty competition obedience heel? It's because I started doing the Chaos Explained videos, and I thought to myself, well, it's all very well, saying this is how I did it with Indy, and that's how I did it with Rosie, and this is how I did it with Hector, which so far it's just been with Digga as well. But I decided then that I wanted to do it in real time while I was making those videos to show you that it works. So Digga's essentially, by this point, which was the last video, got a good foundation in healing. And now the next video, which is today's video, which I'd completely forgotten about, but I just found it whilst looking through these dates, was me and Kath had gone over the shop. She'd gone in to do something. I just thought, fuck it, set up the old phone and just started doing random stuff with Digga to see where we got with him. And I'll just check the date on that one. And that was the 11th of February. 11th of February of this year. I think this might have been the point where I decided that Digga's quite good at this shit. So I just set up the camera just literally right outside the shop. You've seen this area before in Rosie videos, and just started seeing where I got to him and what I needed to do. So this video is not going to be much of a how-to, and none of these are really how-to, these are how-I's, right? It's just more of a showing you where we've got to, because from now on it's going to start becoming more closer to contemporary. Okay? So I'll just put the video on, and I won't talk any more about this particular video, because this is kind of just a stopgap and a timeline, and to show you where you got to. Now obviously if I'd have done all these steps like I do with my Malinois, with my Mals I do tend to, especially with healing, do them quite close to each other till the dog has got a good heel going on. But that's mostly because with Malinois you've really got to fucking do something with them or they go cuckoo. Digga and Hector have got enough Sighthound and Bull Terrier in them that they'll just literally kick about and do fuck all. They're kicking about in this room now and you would never know, because they're just sleeping on the floor doing fuck all. Right? So I'll shut up, I'll show you the video, and then in the next video we're going to be back to actually showing Digga learning healing. Okay? Sheffield? No. Yeah, do that. No. Wait. Good boy. Come on. Wait, no, wait. Done. Heel. Yes.
No, my makeup falling down the paper.